I have to redub it because, I don't know, the audio and the mic came out weird, so it is. So there's the coin, the source of capitalism. A flour, which you can make dough out of, and water, and all this card stuff. It's kind of like solitaire, but if you were baking. I don't know why recording my voice on OBS makes my voice go in and out, so I'm just going to talk over the audio. So I guess you can see how you play this game. It can get pretty overwhelming because it's kind of like collecting certain cards to reach certain other things. So it is interesting. I think I'll just speed up this stuff and then you can get a handle about how this game looks. Fun to play, but it's pretty overwhelming, so you might have to actually pause it at times. I don't know, for my brain, I just feel like it's frying it. So you don't have good organization skills. You'll basically be a huge screw up and you'll have to pause it for a few seconds in order to reorganize your cards all over again because the entire thing is extremely, well, it's overwhelming if you're like me. Ha ha ha. For some reason, all of our customers are Hamtaros, and later on you can hire these Hamtaros. You can get money in this game in a number of ways. If you have a trade house, which is a reward later in the game, you can trade certain items to get certain coins. Or was it a market? I forget. And then you can sell your water, you can sell fruit, you can sell eggs. But you can't sell the tables that you get if you switch them for dirty plates. Also, you can get money from dirty plates, which I sometimes forget. But it is a simple game. You will have to keep in charge of all the cards that you collect and try to get rid of and discard them in proper places while you're also trying to bake things or have enough water, and later on you can even have a little farm. I had to stop at a certain point because there's certain parts that were just too much and I was just like, nah, it's fun, but if it's overwhelming for you, it probably isn't for you. The cooking items are things that you get in basic packs, so you'll always get an egg of honey and flour and whatnot. And later on, they'll even let you cook with fruit. But I wasn't that far yet. I was just doing a little intro thing, since it's a pretty simple game. And the more you serve the customers, the more that they can give you a bunch of hearts, which earns you popularity. When you hire these Hamtaros, you can also have them serve as a bouncer so that you don't have these hamsters all over infesting your restaurant, which can also look like a huge mess. Also, you can scroll in and out of it so that you can have a little bit of a better perspective. And as you continue, there's like a reward pile that you can see, that little gift thing that you can learn recipes and all that. But you also have to make sure that you always have enough materials and you have enough money. So there's a lot of resources that you have to look out for. It's fun, but if you're like me, it's completely overwhelming, so it's too much for me. It was really fun, but I didn't want to play after a while. You know those overwhelming games like Cake Mania and Diner Dash? I mean, I really like those games, like time management games. But when it comes to this one, I just feel like it's just too much. Because this is a whole mess. It's a fun mess, but still, it's definitely something I would have liked. At least you don't have to deal with all the varying patience levels of all the customers in Diner Dash or Cake Mania and stuff. All the hamsters have the same patience level. And with your workers, you have to make sure that they are fed too, because I haven't faced the consequences because I don't like to see what happens if I didn't feed them, because they'll operate only if they have that energy. And sometimes when I'm playing the game, it's like, you have the audacity to ask for blueberry pancakes when we're busy serving all these customers. Everybody always wants something. So okay, you can see toward the end that I scrolled back so we can see. You need to learn these recipes, but some of them take coins as well. That's more things to keep track of. So you have to make sure you're learning all the skills. You need to make sure you have enough resources, because if you need like a new oven, that also requires that you have other resources so that you can trade them in, not just coins. It's kind of a pain. So you have to make sure you make 2 of every piece of equipment or something and trade that in, or like certain recipes that are a pain to throw together. It's a mess. An interesting addition to the Cookard game is tanghu. It is a candied fruit, which the fruits, you have them on a skewer, then you candy them with like sugar, and then you eat it. It's all crunchy with fruit. So that's interesting. It's a Chinese dessert. Because the recipes that you can learn: meringue, challah, baguette, bagel, strawberry shortcake, and then there's a fruit bagel and blueberry pancakes. So it's interesting how they just decided to throw in tanghulu as a menu item. Regardless of whatever ham taros that you have in here, whether they're workers or they're customers you serve, or whether you're trying to recruit them, they always need to be fed, and only the customers will give you money. I think part of the mistake of my playthrough every time when I would do this was I would just collect all the dirty plates and keep trading them in for many tables, when those were times where I could have traded them in for money, because I don't know how to get rid of those tables. Now I have a bunch of worthless tables that I can seat as many as I want to, and as many hamsters as I want to, but you also have to keep in mind that their patience level is there. When I probably should have had the bouncer, I should have had only a couple of tables, and I should have had all the dirty plates being washed by the tap water, but I didn't think about that. Oh well. Maybe I'll restart my playthrough and try that again, because I think I got stuck at one point and I didn't want to make any customers unhappy, because I always like to do everything perfectly. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.